Yo, I'm ready. I'm so ready this week. What up, y'all? So, listen. Last week, your man was down and out. This week, he's back. Richie D is back in the building. It's the Boys Club, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. You know how we do it, the realest relationship conversation on the internet. Yo, let's get my man Prez in here. Let's have this conversation. Let's have a good week. Let's have a fulfilling week. And let's have an amazing conversation tonight. Y'all know how we get down. The Boys Club, every Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. Unless I'm sick. Every Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Let's get it. Yes, I am feeling better. Thank you for asking. Shout out to my girl Antoinette, who made sure I had my Dunkin' Donuts and I was on my iced coffee. I appreciate you. A nigga good. All right. Get my man present here. We can get this thing started. SP.
Richie D, what up?
What up, my guy?
Yo, Rich, you're looking like the bill of health. You're back. You're sounding like yourself. Yo, for everybody who just tuned in, my man Rich was on his deathbed last week and still thinking about doing the freaking Boys Club. I was like, nah, we got to cancel this thing. You're a trooper, Rich, and you love the Boys Club. I'll give you that, man.
What's good, bro?
Everything's good, kid. I'm happy to be back. To keep it 100, I missed it. I missed the show last week.
I did, yo. When I started feeling better, I was like, damn, I can't wait to do the Boys Club this week, yo. Back.
Nah. All right, let's get into it, Rich. Because we got stuff from last week to talk about. This is some mundane bull crap. I know you did the intro. I won't do it. I'm gonna just go to the mundane dumbness because it did happen, and I was wishing we could talk about this last week. Your girl Larsa Pippen. She's on. I don't know if this is a PR campaign. She's on the publicity tour. She's two things, and I was gonna make them separate, but because it's old news and we catching up from last week, two things. Number one, she was like Scotty was beating it 4 times. Your man Scotty was hitting it 4 times a night for 23 years with not one day off. Now, for 23 years, Scotty was putting it down 4 times a night. And then second, and you can get to this, if she marries Marcus Jordan, she's changing her name. She's going from Larsa Pippen to Larsa Jordan. So I gotta hear your thoughts on both of these before we go to more serious issues.
All right, first and foremost, at this point in time, I don't even like talking about Shorty. I understand what's going on. I understand Miami Basketball Wives is back. So they're looking for the promo. She's on the promo tour right now. She's doing what she's supposed to do. She's staying in the news. But Joe, my man, number one, 4 times a night for 30 years?
23.
Okay, how ironic, right? Four times a night for Michael Jordan's number is absolutely insane. We have all seen Scottie Pippen have meltdowns on the basketball court. We remember the headache game. Remember when he couldn't take the last shot with Kukoc. We remember all this when he was getting bullied by the fucking Knicks and the Pistons. We remember all the games. He couldn't play. His mind was fucked up. He was totally distraught. And you mean to tell me that this man was going home after these games and beating this lady senseless 4 times a night? Yo, come on, my dude. First of all, at this point, she just trolling. Like, this is 100% cap. She trolling. I get it. She out here, like, second of all, I don't know how Marcus feel about that, being a young whippersnapper, because if he ain't smashing 4 times a night That's also some emasculating shit, nigga. You got some big shoes to fill, homeboy.
Yo, you taking all my points, but go ahead.
So, first of all, we know it's not true. I'm not going to say it ain't. I would like to think that my nigga Pip wasn't acting like he was about to die on the basketball court just to go home and knock Shorty rocks loose 4 times. Secondly, Jordan's son can't win for losing because if he Michael Jordan's son, that's a heavy shadow. And if the nigga before you knocked it down 4 times a night for 23 years, 352 days, no days off except for leap February, nigga, you got some hellified shoes to fill, bro. You got some hellified shoes to fill. That's some emasculating shit. I leave Shorty. Because first of all, let's be clear. 4 times a night for 23 straight? That motherfucking box got to be the size of Texas. And you can't tell me it ain't. And I don't care if you wait. I don't care about all that shit that they be having on the internet that keep you tight and all that. Nah, love. They 23 years and you've been getting this nigga beating you silly for 23 years? 4 times a night? I don't give a fuck if this nigga doing 5 minutes per round. You talk about 20 minutes a night for 23 straight years. No days off? Man, listen. I'm done. Yeah. Man, listen.
Do you understand? The woman said, I got no days off. They asked, well, what about when he did away game? She was like, yo, the family came with him. We was on the tour bus. Yo, is this chick just insane? Like, okay, so I'm going to keep mine short because you done took all my points. Because I was going to be like, yo, first and foremost, it is beyond emasculating to her new dude. Like, yo, even if he had any thoughts of I'm handling my business in the bedroom with this older chick. Like I'm giving her these young boy strokes. My bounce back is bananas. I'm not one of them old niggas. Scotty old. His nose is bent up. All of that craziness. He got basketball knees. He could barely, like, whatever he thought he was doing in that bedroom. Can you imagine if your girl tell you, Richie D, my ex-man knocked the box loose every night, 7 days a week, 365 days a year for 23 years? Can you imagine, and I just want you to think about yourself, your personality. Can you imagine hearing that from a woman you're dating right now?
I'm leaving.
Any man would leave.
Nothing to talk about.
And this is why I'm like, I don't know if she understands how emasculating that really is, or she just has no respect for this dude, for this young kid. And we keep calling him young, but Marcus Jordan is like 30-something.
Yeah.
But nigga, like, no man first and foremost want to hear how good your ex was in the bedroom. How he took it to town every single night. Like no nigga on the planet want to hear that. And then you gonna say the nigga did it with no breaks? And then you are young, you in your 30s, your bounce back is real, but this nigga you got 4 times a night, every night.
You thought your bounce back.
A machine.
My nigga. Scottie Pippen is the Michael Jordan in the bedroom.
That's exactly what he is. That's exactly what he is. He is Scottie Pippen is the Michael Jordan in the bedroom. Okay, what do you feel about it? Because I got to go on the real stuff. What do you feel about her changing her name? Going from Pippen to Jordan.
I think it's disrespectful.
To who?
To the Pippen family. To the kids. I don't think, at this point, we don't really care about Scottie, right? Because he's out the picture anyway, and she's not in this world to keep him happy after they've already broken up. So her obligation is not to him. It would be a respect factor. You're the mother of my children. If you wouldn't go put my teammate's name on and make it your name because you were smashing his son. Like there's a whole bunch of disrespect intertwined here. But from a perspective of we're not together no more, nigga, I don't owe you nothing. If I owed you something, we would still be together. So I'm not. But with that being said, my nigga, these jokes write themselves. Like I've come to the conclusion that Lois Pippen don't care about nobody but herself. She don't care about nobody but herself. And what she's trying to do is just remain in the news cycle and remain relevant. And she's just using any of these things and these random ass acts of disrespect is just keeping her relevant. So it's almost like I don't care about nobody but what's going on in the moment. So if somebody asks me a question, I have no respect for my children. I have no respect for their profession. I have no respect for Scotty. I'm gonna say what I feel right now is gonna get me on the news cycle for tomorrow. And that's a shame because she's pushing 50.
Pushing 50.
Like,
you know, and it really is a shame, Rich, because you said something that we spoke about on prior shows. But even if she was honest about every word, which I know she's lying, but because and for any of you ladies out there who think that your man coming up short, like you looking at this nigga sideways, he jump in the bed and you like legit are playing him the loss of Pippen's statement about Scotty hitting it 4 times a night for 23 years and asking him why he ain't measuring up. I'm a man, I'll pass this to you. It is physically impossible. Impossible. I don't care if you're 14. I don't care if you're 44. I don't care how old you are. You are not knocking it down 4 times a night. And I'm assuming Scotty bust all 4 times. I would think. Like this nigga, like he'd be walking around with his thing in a sling or something. Like it would literally be wrapped up in tape. Because just from busting that much, Scotty, he would be in the ER. It's impossible. So, but her children, man, like her children gotta hear this. Like that's so nasty. It's bad enough she slept with her son's teammate. It's bad enough she slept with a 21-year-old 2-3 years ago. It's bad enough she walking around with implants and didn't get on TV. Nigga, if you got the implants, claim them. She's still telling the whole world, I ain't never had no cosmetic surgery. But, yo, you got 4 kids. And one of them is a daughter, I believe. Like I can't agree with you more, Rich. Like, she don't care about nobody but herself, because if one thing I know any parent does, our job is to protect our children, right? Like that's what we do. That is our job. We try to protect our children. She's the one bringing harm to her kids. What little girl, what little boy want to go to school, go to work, and tomorrow hear the boys club and me and Richie Dollars is talking about your mother? Like, seriously, it's disgusting. And if she could do this knowing her kids are old enough, grown enough, mature enough to understand every word she's saying, I just don't think like she don't care about nobody but herself, to your point.
Can we give perspective?
Yeah.
352 times 1 is 352, times 2 is 704, times 4 is 1,444. Scottie Pippen bust 1,444 nuts.
And that's 1 year.
And that's 1 year. So if y'all are sitting out there talking about why that can't be true, let me tell you something.
Hold on, that's what they saying in the comments?
Niggas in the comments is like, it could happen.
Yo, hold on.
1,444 nuts a year.
Hold on, Rich. This is why I don't read these comments. You're telling me somebody in the comments is hollering about
no,
it can
nigga, not one person. If it was one person, I would have ignored it. I'm looking at multiple people like, what? That didn't happen. She ain't gotta be 14. Nigga, I was sick last week. And didn't even want to squeeze one out. You talking about this nigga ain't fit. Nigga, this nigga is, boy, if you don't knock it off with that shit, 1,444 nuts a year for 23 years. That's just perspective, people. And that's to say, the nigga play professional basketball. I ain't trying to put no rumors on Scottie Pippen, but I'm sure he was fucking some other bitches. If this nigga was busting 5 to 6 nuts a day, and I had allergies last week, and sex was the first thing from my mind, you niggas don't lost your mind, man. I wish y'all motherfuckers would come on this podcast talking about some goddamn it could happen.
Yeah, and for that matter, we open the phone lines up because, Rich, we talking from a man's point of view, right? But if you got a box, if you're a female watching us right now, and your box can take being penetrated 4 times a night, literally 4 times a night, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, please call in. Because I need to see what a woman, like, her box, literally, it must not even exist anymore. There must not be nothing down there. It's the Grand Canyon.
Even if a nigga is on his, even you could come back and say, oh, that nigga little dick ass nigga, yada, yada, yada. Niggas broke out of Alcatraz with a spoon. So be clear, if a nigga enough, he could break out of Alcatraz in 23 years if you get that nigga enough time. So come on, like this is a whole 6'8" basketball nigga, and this little old white lady, like, man, if y'all don't stop, man, please, let's not. I don't even want to. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah, I mean, even if he was physically capable, I don't think it's a woman walking planet Earth. And if you exist, please, I want you to call in when we open these phone lines up. I need to see the woman who can take. But then again, maybe prostitutes. Maybe they do, Rich. Maybe I'm bugging.
Prez. I even prostitutes need a day off, bro. Even them hoes on spa days. Even them hoes is like, I can't take no dick. I need to go to the spa. I need to do something. Even the motherfucker making top dollar is gonna be like, yo, I need a break. I can't. Like, come on, bro.
I don't know, like maybe I gotta eat my words. Maybe one of them chicks up on Hunts Point back in the days, them prostitutes, one of them chicks in the Bunny Ranch in Vegas, maybe that's how, like, do they get a day off? And I'm sure that they get at least 4 dudes a night.
Yes. Think about it. First of all, don't nobody want your motherfucking ass from the ages of 20 to 43. Let's put it in perspective. We talk about 23 years. So even if you're a prostitute, bitch, you don't age out. Niggas, you still on the point. If you still on the point 23 years later, if you still on the point, if niggas been coming to the point if niggas was going to Hunts Point 42nd and 8th or 42nd and 11th when that shit was popping, if you was moving around and you was seeing the same prostitute from 1972 to 1982, both of you niggas got problems. If you still out selling pussy after 10 years, and if you still out buying pussy after 10 years, that's a fucking problem. Second of all, if you stripping for 10 years and the motherfuckers ain't made you the house madam, after 10 years on the job, bitch, quit. Quit. Don't nobody want no pussy for 10, 15, 23 years.
Nah, you got a point. All right, I gotta move this thing on, Rich. We on limited time. You sent me something, but it's not new. But I wanted to talk to you about it because women Okay, everybody's heard this. I'm gonna read it. You sent me a post. It said, even a man who's not ready will get ready if you're the right one he really wants. You remember sending me that?
Mm-hmm.
There any truth to that?
Read it again.
Even a man who's not ready will get ready if you are the one that he really wants.
Okay, I can agree with that. But the operative word is get ready, which means he's going to make mistakes. This isn't a cold turkey alcohol thing. There's going to be some backsliding. A man who wants to make it right is going to change his life. That doesn't mean there won't be some backsliding. That doesn't mean that he won't make mistakes. He's entering into uncharted territory. So he doesn't know how to navigate that terrain. So if you're thinking that if that girl meant a man who is not ready, but for the right one will get ready, if she's thinking that he's about to be perfect from point today for eternity, you lost your motherfucking mind. That doesn't mean he's not going to make the effort to do the things he needs to do to become a better person for you, but it's not an overnight process. He's not going to be perfect overnight. You're going to have to be like, this nigga was fucking 20 girls a week. Now he's fucking 10. Now he's fucking 5. Now he's fucking 3. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's going to be because he's got it, like, it's like a girl. It's the same thing with a girl. If a woman is like, yo, I want to settle down. If a man is like, I want to settle down with you, but she got a whole fucking roster, you can't expect her to just be like, all right, I'm throwing my phone book away. No, it's going to take time. It's going to take patience. It's going to take trust. And you got to let us get rid of them niggas little by little. Like, she's not going to cut nobody, as much as people want to pretend, nobody cutting everybody off at the same time. Nobody cutting if you meet a girl tomorrow and y'all like each other and y'all really like each other, you might start getting distant from people, but you are literally not going into your phone like, never coming back, don't text me no more, see you later, it's been real, blase, blase. You're not doing that. Nobody's doing that. And if y'all think that they're doing it, then then you're lying to yourself. You're lying to yourself.
You know, before we move this forward, even as you're talking, you made me think of another question. Does a dude even know when the right one comes into his life?
Yes. Yes. I think now there's a caveat to that. You don't, if a motherfucker tell you the right one and he known you for 3 days, he capped. That's a lot. He's a lot. There's situations that arise that make a person be like, we have been through enough together that I know how she's going to react. Because you could be with somebody and your relationship is real smooth, and then one day something happens and you realize, oh, she ain't the person for me. She ain't the way she just acted just now. I'm about to Jonathan Majors. I can't afford this crazy, like, you know what I'm saying? So it takes time, it takes situations to see how one reacts within those situations. So if a dude meets you in 2-3 days and he like, oh my God, you the one for me, shorty, or vice versa, a girl meets you and she like, oh my God, you the one for me, and you agree with that, you're setting yourself up for a humongous failure, because there's not something that can happen now. With that being said, over time, yes, you can just, yes, you know when you met the right one. You know when that situation happened and you thought to yourself, it could have went this way, but it went that way. Okay. She could have been disloyal, but she was very loyal. Okay. She could have spazzed out. She could have, and you start being like, oh, so yeah, so this is the one. This is the one. But it takes those situations It takes those situations.
I think you answered the first part of that question really, really well. So I will, for anybody who's just joining us, I'll recap before I give my thoughts. And let me read it because I forget the proper wording, but I want to make sure I get it out. Even if a man who's not ready, even a man who's not ready will get ready if you're the one he really wants. And I think you answered that perfectly. Truth be told, it's get ready. That's a process, right? Like you can get ready to go outside. But for the females, y'all got to do your hair. If dude know he going out, he going to the club, he going to the barber shop, he making sure it's, he doing a little shopping, got the right gear. All like get ready is a process. So to your point, you hit the nail on the head. I would agree. If the right one walk into a man's life, me and you tackle this all the time. If a dude is not emotionally, spiritually, physically mature enough to accept that blessing that just walked into his life, I don't care if you Beyonce. I don't care if you the best woman on planet Earth. You want to cater to your man. You dangerously in love. You gonna upgrade him. I don't care who. That dude is gonna do you dirty because while he is getting ready, and that's the operative word, he's getting ready. He recognizes, yo, she a little different, but I'm not. It ain't out my system yet. I'm not mentally mature enough to accept this blessing that God gave to me. This woman walked in my life. She everything I ever wanted, but damn, I got Sheila. I got Chantel. I got Cheryl. I've been trying to mess with Pat for years. She finally just starting to call me back. This is what be going through dudes' heads. No dude on planet Earth is just gonna cut all that. Like unless he is mature when you walk in his life. If he's in that place already, that I done been through the bull crap. I done been out there. I did my thing. I seen what's out there. I'm tired of these women. I'm tired of lying. Because, and that's another thing that you as a man, you can respect what I'm about to say, but being with multiple women, like the lies and the freaking deceit and the remembering what you told this one and I gotta call that one, like when you young, that's sport. Mm-hmm. But as you get older, like I don't have time for that. But you mature out of it. So if you walk into a dude's life when he's at that point, like look, I'm not lying. I don't want it like I don't even want to be in a relationship where it is anything less than 100% me and you, we gonna do this. And a lot of times you don't find that dude. We've seen men come on this show, Rich, where they have praised their women, but the caveat is I done put her through it. She wrote it out with me. She like if you think about all of the dudes who have called in and they have said such sweet things about their women. They done had the women in the room with them, and a lot of times, 90% of the times, what they say, I done put her through it, like and she wrote it out with me. So that's number one. And number two, I'm just not that dude. I'm not saying, I asked you a question. I said, does a man know when the right one walks into his life? I'm not that dude. So the Sean vernacular is gonna say no, nigga ain't gonna know. Like that come with time. Like that is. I know how you present yourself today, but I don't know once the representative leave the room who you gonna be a month from now. And I know the way I think. I'm waiting for the representative to leave the room. Like let's cut to the chase. I'm gonna give you the most grounded and truest version of me, and I need you to do the same. But most people can't do that, and that comes over time. So I don't, maybe you do, and I know women is like, yo, a nigga know when the right one walks in the room or walks into his life. No, dudes don't know. How could you know? You can know, yo, she different from the rest of these chicks. She got a different conversation. She actually done read a few books, and all they can do is tell me about what Richie Dollars did last week with Erica Mena on Love and Hip Hop. You might know that, but you don't know if this woman is bananas insecure, hyper jealous. If she got problems with her hands, every time y'all get into it, she swinging. Like, you don't know none of that. So I don't know. I'm just maybe other men know when the right one walk in. I don't.
I think, and see, this is the weird part of this question, is that you ask this question and you answer this question, but I think it becomes a hindsight question, because then you start looking back and reflecting on the one you have, and you start thinking about what made her different.
Exactly. Yes.
But the reality is you went through the journey, and now you're looking back on what made her different or what made him different. And that's an easy question to answer. Did you know this was the one for you? Well, yeah, 10 years later I did. Because we've been through the bullshit. We've been through all the nonsense of all different scenarios and how she would react or how I would react. And now we start to see that, okay, we compatible. After a year and a half, 2 years, you start to be like, oh, we're really compatible. This is something real. Then you start to look back and be like, the moment I saw you, I knew you was for me. But the last 2 years of trials and tribulations ain't got nothing to do with it. And that's just a lie. That's just not true. So
hold on, you said the last 2 years, what?
I said, you look at somebody and you look at it and be like, oh my God, when at the moment I met you, I knew you were the one for me. And that's not true.
That's what I'm
2 years later,
saying, Rick.
2 years later, after trials and tribulations, you look back at her and it's easy to say that then, oh, 2 years ago, I knew you were the one for me, because I knew in my mind, I knew you were going to be the person you are 2 years later. That's a lie. That's not true. That's a hindsight answer. Sounds good. Sounds amazing. You want to tell the kids that shit? Fine. Go ahead. Tell the kids that shit. You want to tell whoever, the guys on the block? Yo, I knew it. When I met Shorty, yo, that was it for me. Nigga, stop. Stop. When you met Shorty, you was like, I want to see what's up. And if she acted weird in any kind of situation, or you acted weird to her in any kind of situation, you two would be apart. And you would have been on to the next. So stop it.
You know, Rich, and this is the part of the conversation that I'm hoping women are paying attention to. Because every woman thinks, or most anyway, and so many on this show, we have gotten to know many of our guests and many people who tune into it. Everybody think they different. Everybody feel like, yo, it's them other women. I'm actually a good woman. Why can't I find a good man? Every man that I find, he ain't it. Or I don't even know where to go to find a good man. But if you listen to the conversation that Rich and I just had, you got to look at it through our eyes. A man don't even know, he don't know that you're that good woman. He don't. That comes with hindsight. That comes with time in. And sometimes y'all are not gonna stick around because he done put you through something. And you like, oh, before I even let you put me through something, you're showing me signs of the last 2-3 niggas that I dated. So I'm out early. Peace. But from a man's standpoint, he don't know. And I know it's some dudes out there who probably like, y'all dudes is wrong. I knew my wife was the one from the moment I met her. I told her 5 minutes after meeting her, you gonna be my wife, you gonna have my kid. Nigga, you're lying. You're lying. That was infatuation. That was 100% infatuation. That was not from the heart. I just knew that this was the one. Now, if it worked out, great. And like Rich said, it's a great story to tell your kids. You want to tell your kids that? Great. Tell everybody in her family that. But truth of the matter is, I don't know too many dudes when the right one walk in their life, they know it like that. Now, they might know I want to get to know Shorty. They might know, yo, she make me laugh in a way that nobody else made me laugh before. They might know, like, yo, Shorty is bad and she not a skank or she don't present herself like all of that. But a lot of times, say it again?
That's what you're going by. You're going by initial presentation. So if Shorty is versed and is a smart woman and presents herself well, then you can look at that and say she's different from the ones that I've been meeting recently. But you do not know if that person is the one until you have been through the fucking turmoil. That's it.
And the turmoil don't even always mean that the infidelity or disrespect. It's just life. Because that's how dudes, that's why you see dudes who come on the same show. They at the time, they're ready to throw in the towel with every other woman. Because they like, yo, Shorty done rode through it with me. The turmoil you might be, I got locked up and she held me down. The turmoil you might be, I got laid off and she was the one making sure I have food. Or she gave me a place to sleep. The turmoil you might be, I got a flat on the side of the road. It was 3 in the morning. I called her, and without hesitation, she got up and actually bought a jack and helped me change the tire. That comes with time. So I don't know, man. It's I don't know that, you know, ladies. I know when y'all like, yo, I can't meet a good dude because niggas is they scoping out the situation. Y'all might know right off the rip this is a good one, but that nigga damn sure don't know. That come with time, and that's hindsight to Rich's point. After a while you start looking back and be like, oh, Shorty a real one.
And it might
I want to keep her around.
Everybody might have a different timetable. Everybody might have a different timetable. So I'm not going to say that a timetable is not going to be quicker for the next person than it is going to be for me. I'm just saying that you don't just meet somebody and say, that's the one. You ain't even been sick yet. You met her and y'all ain't did nothing but have fun. You ain't even been sick yet. She ain't even DoorDash you no meds yet. Because she might not. You know what I'm saying? But she might not call you. Or she might not even ask you one time. She might sit on the phone and say to you, my day. And it's like, damn, did you not know? Did I not tell you that I was down and out? Did you not see my text message that said the boys club is not coming on tonight? So you never once thought that you was going to call. For me, that she's not the one no more. She could have been the one yesterday, but she's not the one today. Not if I posted boys club, not something simple as that. No boys club to you, I'm down and out, y'all. And I don't get a phone call, I don't get a text message, I don't get nothing from you. Oh, you good? Can I bring something? Can I do something? Oh, you might have been the one yesterday, but you're not the one today. Because now I know that it's not about me. It's about you. You don't care. You didn't show an interest in something that was important to me. So now we were perfect yesterday, but we're not perfect today. So real. So real. Okay, yo, I was having a conversation. I'm gonna get you, Rich. I was gonna call you too, but it was wild late. It was like Saturday night. I was like, I'm not even gonna do it to him.
But I was having a conversation with two women. And it's a bunch of stuff I want to ask, but I'll start here. Let me, because I actually wrote this down because we was in a deep discussion. Are men more accepting of women aging than women are of themselves? So if you don't understand the question, I'll ask it differently. But I think I put it out there right. I really want you to think on it.
Damn, that's a tough question.
It's a real question.
Are men okay with women aging more than women? Yes. I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say yes because women have this innate desire to feel like they felt like 20 years ago, 10 years ago. It bothers them because as a man, you age as well. And men are more realistic. Men are like, yo, I'm getting old. Shit, it's happening. I'm starting to look at my balls and seeing 2 gray hairs. Women lose their mind behind stuff like that because men are more accepting of men age more gracefully, mentally. Men are okay with aging. They understand, unless you're just a fucking shallow ass narcissist, men are okay with aging. Like, oh, my hair's growing. Like, niggas, praise you. Let it go, nigga. Let it go. You're starting to get the George Jefferson. Y'all niggas crazy. But it might have affected you, but it didn't affect you the way if you told a woman, yo, shorty, oh man. Like, put it like this. The easy answer to that question is, a man can tell a man, yo, bro, you're getting old. Don't tell a woman that. That's the easy answer. Don't tell a woman that. She will be what? I don't look the way I used. Like, oh my, it's the fucking world is about to end because you just gained 6-7 years and you're not feeling like yourself, and it puts you in a bad place mentally. It puts you in a bad place. You start to, like, the enhancements that women do to make themselves, to try to fight this whole aging thing, men might, but there's no comparison, bro. There's no comparison how a woman feels as she gets older versus a man. And I don't care how she ages. You could be like, Mom, you're aging like fine wine. You look so much better today than you did. So old. You look, and it's still, that one word, you just fucked up that whole conversation with that. You used to, old, age. Do not beat women up with those words. They do not want to hear it. Men, not so much. Yo, it's a fact of life. It is. Shit happens. I get old. People getting old. And here we are. You know what I mean? But women, nah. Not the same.
Okay, I pray to God that the women I was having a conversation, because they was like, get Rich on the phone, get Rich on the phone. I want to hear Rich. I want to hear Rich's perspective. I never talked to Rich about this. That is Rich's perspective. I told them word for word. And for anybody who's just tuning in, the question that I asked Rich is, are men more accepting of a woman aging than a woman is of herself aging? That is the question. I said 100%. A man will look at a woman and still see just how damn good you look. Yeah, you might have some miles on you. You're not as tight as you once was, but yo, you still look good. Like, I don't even know why we sitting here talking.
Mm-hmm.
For a woman, she's thinking, to your point exactly, she's comparing to what she looked like 20 years ago. She's comparing to the young girls out there. She's comparing to something that don't even exist, and it don't matter. It doesn't. Your man is, I promise you, ladies, while y'all running around and you go into foreign countries to suck fat out of yourselves and put it in other parts of your body, you're killing yourself in the gym. Like, do you. Whatever makes you happy, I'm happy with you. But your man is more accepting of you aging, I promise you. He is not looking at you as sideways as you think. Now, if you look like the Cookie Monster, the nigga come in the house, your hair scraggly, every time he turn around, you got cheap ice cream. You got with Briars, or you got, you know, I don't, like some of that cheap. You don't even got the good stuff, and you sitting there putting on weight. That's a whole different story. But if you keeping it up, you keeping it tight, half of the stuff that y'all zone in on, a nigga's not even focused on. Like, he don't know it until you bring it up. Like until you ask this nigga, like, about you, I don't know, your hair receding. He didn't catch that.
Right.
You just put it on his radar. And then when he's cavalier about saying, yo, your hair's not receding, what you talking about? Or you look at a nigga and you, yo, is my hips too wide, or do cellulite or whatever? A nigga ain't even catch that. You just put it on his radar. A man, I'm telling you, I am a man. A man is 100% more accepting of a woman aging than a woman is of herself. Guaranteed. That is a fact. It is. I mean, I don't know where else to go with this conversation, but I'm happy you said it and I didn't, because the women I was talking to, if they didn't see this, they'll be watching the repeat.
Nah, it's a fact. Women are much harder on themselves than men are.
Now, they was bringing up points like, hold up, I'm gonna read some, because I actually wrote this down. Hold on. Losing hair, something called an apron, whatever the hell that is. You know what an apron is? All right, I think it's a belly. I don't know. Maybe they got a gut. I don't know what that is. They was bringing up a apron, or if they had any kind of surgery, even if it's what do you call it, a C-section, and they got the scar, all that. They like, yo, dudes look at that and niggas is turned off, especially as you get older. And I'm less like, yo, I don't even know what you're talking about.
Nah. If a man is concerned with that stuff in you, then it's more about him than it is about you.
I would agree.
Because he's trying to validate himself through you. Now, if you got a nigga who needs validation through you, then you dead. You dead in the water. Because it's not about you anymore. It's about him and his validation, or what he needs his boys to see, or what he needs, how he needs people to perceive him as the nigga who can still bag a 10-year-old. You know what I mean? A 20-year-old, excuse me. I'm not going to say 10-year-old. A 20-year-old. So that's that. But women, for the most part, way more hard on themselves as it pertains to looks than dudes are.
I couldn't agree. I couldn't agree more. I could not agree more. I want to play this thing you sent me, and then we'll open the line up to the callers. So, ladies and gentlemen, if y'all are rocking with us, you know how this show goes. First hour, Richie and I discuss in-depth topics about relationships. Second hour, we open the phone lines up to anybody who wants to be part of the conversation. And there's some basic rules if you're trying to be part of the conversation. Number one, you must be in a well-lit location. Number two, you must be willing to show your face. Number three, you must be somewhere with good wireless or good, what do you call it, cellular service. And number 4, as much as we love to hear your commentary, this part of the conversation is really for people who are trying to get straight talk answers from a guy. So we love, anybody who wants to comment on anything we spoke about, but please include a question because you probably will help somebody else who may not be brave enough to get in on the conversation, or they just are not being picked to get in this week due to high call value. All right.
I see a lot of y'all out there saying, let me in the comments, let me in the conversation. So you cannot tell us in the text or in the comments to let you in the conversation. Like Sean said, you have to hit the plus button inside the video camera. That's how this works. I'm not going to accept you from a comment. So please, if you want to get in the conversation, hit that button now.
I would never wife a girl.
Listen.
That does OnlyFans. I would never, ever wife her.
Why is that? Black men, stop arguing with these women. If you can't tell her anything, leave her alone. Let's give more attention to women who are open-minded and actually want to understand and grow. This is one of the reasons we die so early, forcing shit. Stop it.
Hold on. This is not
Black men.
Here it is.
I would never wife a girl that does OnlyFans. I would never, ever wife her.
Why is that?
Bro, I'm so lit. And call it, whoever watching this, call it what you want. You know, I'm a narcissist. I'm a douchebag. I'm an asshole. He's cocky. Baby, I'm lit. Imagine me being so lit, making so much money, and I can have some scrub-ass hater that works at fucking McDonald's saying, yo, I see your girl's pussy online for $3.99.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you fucking and sucking, showing your pussy for $3.99 online? I couldn't do it.
And that shit is going to end there forever.
Ever. You cute, baby. We can go on a trip.
Fuck around.
Yeah.
Fuck around.
But for you to have my last name, now you represent me. I can't do it.
It'd be crazy when you walk into rooms in different, situations, and either somebody that had her, or they got pictures in their phone of the videos, or they see them. This her favorite fan, and they seen everything that she got to offer.
I hate it here.
I want exclusivity. Like, I fuck around with pretty much any bad chick.
Yeah.
But actually wifing somebody that, that you said you had, what the fuck do I look like?
Because, guys, listen, she may not cheat on you, but she knows who's next. I would never wife a girl that does OnlyFans. I would never.
Did you catch all that?
Why is that?
Did you catch all that?
Mm-hmm.
Was it loud and clear?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's something you sent me.
Correct.
What's your thoughts on that?
I agree. I don't agree with old boy and his methodology. I don't agree with his train of thought in regards to I'm lit. It's financial. It's all. See, that was one of those you fucked up the message with your shit. Like, I don't want no nigga at McDonald's being able to. So now you like. First of all, it's not about being better than anybody. So he's out here projecting as if he wants. His shit is transactional. I don't have to come from a transactional place. He's coming from a transactional. I got this much money. I got this. I can go trips. I got cars. I got jewelry. Whatever. You saw that. If anybody saw the video, you saw who the white boy is. He got on some chains and he looked like he got a shirt buttoned down to the damn belly button and shit. So he's seems as though he's one of those dudes that probably is more about public perception than the reality itself. So he sounded kind of goofy, but do not take away from the message that he was relaying. The message is, as a man, you smash anything that look good. You will go take a trip with a girl who look good and smash. That's lust. But to go that extra mile, and like he said, give her your last name, it has to be more than that. It has to be the way you carry yourself. It has to be the level of respect that you have for yourself. Like, people have OnlyFans. And I'm not going to tell you that just because you have OnlyFans that you won't get wifed up. There's somebody for everybody. But the majority of dudes don't want a woman where you walk in the room and everybody's like, oh, you with Shorty? Oh, I know her. That's Shorty from such and such. It don't have to be OnlyFans. It could be the club. It could be the damn block. It could be the projects that you grew up in. Oh, you talking to Susie from building 7C? Oh my nigga, she used to have a line outside her crib. That's emasculating to a man, and a man doesn't respect the woman he's with. And men are oftentimes more concerned with what they boys think and won't allow themselves to fall for you. So even if you're a perfect person, but you've made your mistakes and this and that and this and that, if you go out there and you're embarrassing your man amongst his people and his niggas is telling him about who you are and the things that you've done, I don't know that relationship is destined for success. I think that shit is pretty much a dub, because that means a lot for a person to finally, when they commit, to be able to commit to somebody who they're proud of, who they can say, she's mine, without looking and everybody else snickering and elbowing each other and shit. Like, this nigga gotta be crazy. He just said she his. Nobody want that. No man want that. No woman want that. So women, you could look at that same, you could take that same video and you could excuse all the I'm bigger than, I'm better than, because ain't nobody, you love who you love, and ain't nobody better than the next. If caught in the right situation, nigga might work at McDonald's, but if you caught your girl in the club and she don't know where he work at, she might fall for him. Women, it's the same thing. You don't want nobody who all your girls be like, yo, we know what that is. We know, oh, that's Playboy. Oh, we know all about him, girl. He did, it's coming back from too far. You can't. Homeboy was corny, but don't let that take away from the message. His message was true. And if y'all really are honest with yourselves, you'll understand that man's message was true. Nobody wants a girl or a guy who's been down with everybody they know. They don't want that. They don't want to be embarrassed. They don't want to feel slighted. They don't want to feel like everybody on the block got a one-up on you. They don't want to feel like you a cornball, because they don't want to do it. That's why Susie from apartment 7C, she's not finding her nigga in them projects. She finding her nigga when that dude pulls up to the projects in that car. You know why he pull up to the projects in that car? Because he don't know no better. He don't know no better. So now we all on the stoop with the 40s talking about, look at this nigga just pulled up with the Wrangler coming to scoop 7C. He's bugging. But he don't know no better. He don't know no better. And that's the way it's got to be. That's why Susie from 7C never gets a nigga in Harlem. She always gets this nigga from Brooklyn or the Bronx or Queens. She don't never get the nigga from around the way, because everybody know your bio.
Yeah, I mean, Rich, we live in a world that would have us believe that things have changed, and they have, to an extent. We live in a world where you see women behaving more and more like men. Women's body counts are through the roof. Women are feeling as though they can move like this 2023. I'm doing me, and that looks good on TV. It looks good on social media. It makes for a good what do you call them joints? The reel, like those reels that be going up, 30-second reel. The truth of the matter is, the more things change, the more things stay the same. We've seen Kanye fall in love with Kim Kardashian knowing every nigga she slept with. It does happen. We've seen Pretty Woman where nigga Richard Gere wife up what is that
Julia
actress
Roberts.
name? Julia Roberts. Yeah. She like the hooker with the heart of gold. We've seen it. It does happen, I suppose. But I don't care how much things change. They stay the same. And one thing that one of them dudes on that video just said, and it rang so true, is he said, I want exclusivity. That's how men feel. Ain't no man dumb enough, naive enough, immature enough to believe that you don't have a history prior to meeting. But I don't want to know it. And I also don't want to know that it is on the internet forever. I don't want to, like I get it. Cardi B, rich, one of the biggest rappers on planet Earth, and it's very vocal that I was in the club dancing. But show me another Cardi B. She's married now, got a kid, got a husband who loves her. Granted, it happens. But I can guarantee you, for every one of her, is 10,000 niggas who say, I want exclusivity. And the fact that you were so bold with it, even if you was in a club, did you have to post yourself? Like, do I gotta go through your social media and see who you was 7 years ago? Most niggas cannot and will not handle that. They just can't. And I know we like to believe that the social media will tell us the world has changed. It ain't changed that much. I'm sorry. Or maybe I'm just old, but it ain't changed that much. And I believe that to be a straight up fact. You know, I'll never forget, Rich, my man, this dude I came up with in the BX, his girl was cheating on him. And he confronted the dude. And at least he was a G about it. Like, he ain't go beat the dude up. He went, and this was a dude who was the big nigga on the block. Matter of fact, well, I ain't gonna put his business out there, but because I don't want nobody putting two and two together. But when he met the dude was a gentleman. Yo, I did not know. I ain't know. So they get to talking. Homeboy, my man gave him a pass. Dude came back the next day and said, yo, and I'll never forget these words. He said, he pulled him to the side. He said, yo, can we talk? He said, let me tell you what you got at home. Do you know if a nigga ever came to me and think he's doing me a favor or in his heart, he's putting me on, like, let me, to hear those words, let me tell you what you got at home. That is instant. Like, just imagine how demeaning that is to hear. And this was what he told him, and he did it with a good heart. He didn't even do it trying to diss homeboy. He did it like, yo, let me look out for you and tell you how I was slutting out your girl. Let me tell you how your girl chose me and all the stuff, because I don't want you going home to her. Can you, like, number one, can you imagine hearing that? But can you imagine nobody ain't got to tell you, because your girl done put it on display to the world. It's OnlyFans for $3.99 a month. For the last 5 years, this is what you done put up there. And now everybody walking around with a cell phone. I go to, we eating dinner, and the nigga eating next to us lift his head up casually and look back like, oh, and give a look like, yo, I recognize her. I subscribe to her channel. Hell no. Nah, I agree. You know, the dudes who said that, I like the way you put it, Rich. You've been on point all night. Like maybe you need a week off here and there because you've been hitting them out the park. Like, real talk. Like the messenger wasn't the right messenger, but the message you gotta don't let the messenger don't lose the message because you didn't like the messenger.
This goes back, and I'm gonna try to say this as shortly and concisely as I can. This goes back to that whole thing about the high value man. What women look for in men versus what men look for in women and the difference in the two. Women will put on the same check that it's a double standard and it isn't fair. And that's fucked up that y'all are out here talking and it's a double standard. The reality is you and solely you create that double standard. If women didn't tolerate dudes running through the block, and I'm gonna give you the same analogy that I just gave you about CC from 7C. If women didn't look up to that dude who was running through the projects, knocking down everything, and y'all alienated that fella, he wouldn't do the things he did. Men only do what you allow them to do. And because you put them on a pedestal because other women want them, they seem more desirable. That is a microcosm of how this whole life works. Cars wouldn't be important. Jewelry wouldn't be important. Me and Sean are from the music industry. And people have always said, girls gotta wanna fuck you, dudes gotta wanna be you. In order for you to be successful in this game as a man, if women didn't, that was that, and there's no more power, there's no much more power than we can give than that. So with that being said, if women normalized not jocking niggas with tables, not table hopping, not worrying about what kind of car you drive, not worried about the jewelry you got on or the shoes you got on or any of those things that are so superficial as it pertains to a relationship, you made those things important. You made that 1% of that man in the population so popular that now he's doing red pill and all these other shits and running around amok. You made that happen. So don't look no further than yourselves. Because dudes, from the beginning in that fucking apple, dudes have been victim to what women like. And you create the standard. You create what's important. You put it out there. From the beginning of time, women have that power. If you normalize making a good man popular, good men would be popular. If you know, but you don't want a good man. And then at the end of the day, you want to get mad at us for not being good men. Don't you understand how counterintuitive that is? For me to be a cerebral dude and good guys finish last, why would I want to be a good dude and finish last when I can be an asshole and finish first? You create that. So don't get mad at nobody. Don't talk crazy to niggas. Don't talk about the double standard. Because if Johnny from 7C ran around and banged everybody and you made that nigga go to Queens to find his wife, then he wouldn't. Because don't nobody want to take the 7 train to Queens. He wouldn't. Y'all do that. And then you get mad when it's like all these bloggers are saying it, all these saying, and I don't agree with 90% of the shit that these dudes say, but y'all make it so Tate and Samuel's high value man and the dude with the 6 figures, and you make it so he can fuck everybody. You make that man comfortable knowing he can smash everybody because he knows what you want. And if he can provide what you want, and it's not about being a good dude, then why would he be a good dude? I'm gonna treat you like shit, and you're still gonna like me, and probably gonna like me more because you feel like you can't take advantage of me. And I'm weak if you can take advantage of me because I really like you. I'm weak, so that means that you don't like me. Do you understand how crazy that is? You don't like me because I really like you. So I have to pretend that I don't like you for you to like me. I gotta treat you like shit. I gotta have 5 girls at my table. I gotta have bottle service. I gotta treat you like shit when we walk out the club. I gotta proposition you with money. I gotta proposition you with things. Because if I'm nice to you and I treat you the way my mama taught me to treat women, I'm a simp. Now I'm a simp. So I can't do dinner with you and do the best that I can do by you because you're going to look at me like it's not enough, and I'm a simp. So I got to floss. I got to do you dirty. I got to treat you like shit, and I got to fuck every girl in the projects. And you're going to look at me and say, I want him. I want him. Do you understand how ridiculous on so many levels that shit is? Come on. Come on.
Yo, Rich, you got to take a week off. Every 6 weeks, we giving you a week off. Like your recharge, like you done came back on some, like, nigga, you so on point tonight. What the, yo, can y'all give Rich a bunch of 100s? Can y'all give him a bunch of claps?
Yo, whatever. Shout out to Monet. She had me right this week. I ain't even gonna hold you.
Like you the Hood Malcolm or something. Like you mess around. You talk this week.
I missed y'all last week. I came back with vengeance, nigga. I've been sitting in the bed with nothing. I'm gonna keep it so funky with you. I've been sitting in the bed, literally looking at the ceiling, like, damn. And topics be going through my head, and I was like, damn, I wish I could get Sean. I could talk to Sean right now. We could have this conversation right now. Then I was like, nah, we'll wait. And that's what it's been for the last 2 weeks, for real.
Nah, give Rich them hearts and them hundreds and them claps. Nigga, you want it. But yeah, let the audience, like, you done went 15 minutes over with that.
I know.
And it felt like 1 minute.
All right, let's see. Pretty Mama TQ. Pretty Mama TQ. You in the room?
Yeah, that's that Richie D right there.
Pretty Mama TQ. Hope we don't have the same problem that we had last time. Mimi Bob 30. Angie Sass, I just saw your thing, so okay, I got you. I see you. All right, let's see if she works because she's been trying to get in. Angie Sass. Angie Sass.
I hope IG ain't cutting up. Okay, here we go. Who's that? Is that Angie Sass?
Hello.
Oh my God. Yeah, so I was trying to get in the group, right? Because a lot of the stuff y'all was talking about.
Oh, hold on. Get yourself centered. Take your time and get yourself set up.
Which one are you?
Okay, this Angie says.
Angie, what's up?
How you doing?
Where you coming in from before you start? Where you coming from?
I'm coming from Hartford, Connecticut.
Okay, nice to meet you, Angie from Hartford.
Hi.
Dirty water.
You already know.
You don't know nothing about the dirty water, Angie Sass.
You know I met you before.
Uh-oh.
Don't do this. Hell no.
All
We
right,
don't know what
all right.
pretense.
Let's allow it. So the reason that I wanted to join the live was because of what I was talking about, you know. So I'm dealing with a situation, right, with this guy that I done went hard for him for like over 5 years, you know, being a good friend and everything, you know. And it's like finally, like I thought that things was gonna work out how I wanted, you know, him being committed and everything, you know. But everything, what I feel like I had hold him down, like with clothes, with vehicle, with everything, just done the most, right? So the thing is that I've been this great woman for him. I see him deal with so much, and then now that he wanna like take me more like serious, it's like it's a problem. Everything he do is a problem.
You got to elaborate. I don't know. Like, take your time. I know you on a live. You can get a little flustered, but take your time because we don't really understand where you're going with this.
But what I'm going with this is because I've been trying to join y'all live for a minute to ask y'all, you know, some questions stuff. But so basically, I was dealing with this guy, and now that he want to take me serious, I don't want it.
Okay.
And I worked so hard in the relationship that it's because like he put me through a lot, and I seen how he moved, and I seen what he done to others and everything. That now that he want to take it so serious with me, and now I just feel like I don't want it no more, and everything he do is a problem.
You want to give some examples? What do you mean everything he do is a problem?
Like, you know, if he be out for a while, like, because I don't really trust him, so it's a problem. Like, I don't want to deal with it. Like, if he's not in the house by a certain time and everything, but I feel like it's a game because he said he's gonna come home and he don't come home at the time that he's supposed to. He said, "Oh, I'm making money. I'm doing this," and I just feel like it's a lie. So basically, what I'm coming with this is that sometimes us women, we put up with so much from guys that when they're ready to commit, we don't want it no more.
So
Like,
is there a question in here anywhere?
huh?
Do you have a question at all?
Yeah, my question is, like, what you think? Like, you think that it's fair for us women for us to like invest so much on y'all guys, like, you know, hold y'all down, be a shoulder for y'all, to like do everything that we have to do as a woman, you know, to sit here and be like, okay, when you're gonna be ready to choose me, or when you're gonna take me serious, and then for what? For for us to not like I won't want it no more. Like I don't want it no more. You get what I'm saying?
I
Like
do.
you fight for something so bad, like over the years. Like I tell you, like I've been dealing with this guy for over 5 years. And now that he wanna commit to me, I don't want it. And I feel bad and stuff, but at the same time, it's like I just feel like I need to put myself first now. Now it's about me. Now it's not about you no more. Now it's not about what you want. Now it's about what I want. You get what I'm saying? And now the feelings that I had towards you, it changed because I put a lot of time. Okay. He don't got no money. I make money. You get what I'm saying? Clothes him, fed it. Like every time he needed something, always been there. You feel me? So now that he feel like, oh, this woman hold me down, she's not like the rest, I want to commit to her. But now, because he put me through so much, I don't want it no more. I don't want to deal with it. But at the same time, I do love him. It's just that I'm tired. You get what I'm saying?
We do. It sounds like you don't have a question. It sounds like you're just making a statement. So I don't know if it's
It's
anything.
because yeah, when I wanted to like to talk about the topic, when y'all was talking about it,
Yeah.
you get what I'm saying? So
Yes,
y'all was,
we do.
yeah, so it's like now I'm in the group. Y'all caught me by surprise because I didn't thought y'all was gonna pick me. So
So, Rich, you got any
my
thoughts?
question is how I'm as a man talking to a woman, how you think like I should go about it? Because I do still love him, but at the same time, like I'm tired. Like my feelings is just changing. It's not the same.
My thing is this. We say this every week as it pertains to relationships. Timing is everything. Timing is everything. And I'm sorry that you went through that. And I'm sorry that, you went out on a limb for the guy and he wasn't ready when you was ready. And you was holding him down and doing all the stuff that he needed for you to show that you was a good girl, and he didn't appreciate it. But now here we are, and he ready to settle down, and you at your wit's end. You don't even want to be with him no more. You looking at him, but at the same time, you can't say you love him, but you don't want to be with him because you just said you love him. So if you love him, then you still emotionally vested in that relationship. Right? Like you can't say both. You can't say, yo, I don't want to be with the dude. I love him and I don't like how he treated me, but I love him. And it just sounds like to me like you're angry because you wasted a lot of time, or what you perceive to be a lot of time, showing this dude that you were a good girl and he played you. So you feel played. And I ain't saying you shouldn't. But if you were listening, and I know you were listening because you was in the fucking comments talking about let me in since 8 o'clock.
Yeah, because I was right when y'all was talking.
But with that being said, you should have heard us say sometimes you ready before him. You gotta show him that you're that you're that girl. You gotta show him that, and he gotta show you that. So if he gotta show you now. So if you angry and you feeling like yo, you showed him that you were that girl, it might be time for him to show you now that he could be that guy. I'm not saying give him an easy out. I'm not saying that you should just be like, yo, fuck with him because he's there. I'm saying that he might have some proving to do to you now. You proving yourself. Make him do the same. Make him do the same.
So how I'm supposed to make him do that? Like, what? Stop talking to him? Like, stop dealing with him? Like for good or something? For him to get it together? Like
then that ain't. If you stop talking to him and you never, then that's not saying that I'm waiting for him to prove to me that he can be the right person. That's saying that I'm cutting the nigga off. I'm not saying cut him off. I'm not saying don't cut off your nose and spite your face. Don't make yourself unhappy because you feel like you need to prove a point to a dude who you've been dealing with for the last however long and the nigga wasn't acting right. I'm saying to you that if this is your opportunity, that you need to be like, yo, I did my part. If you want this relationship to work, you need to make it work. I'm done. I'm done trying. You want this relationship to work, you make this relationship work. I've been making this relationship work for so and so and so and so, however long you've been doing your thing. Or fuck him and leave. If you don't think he's capable, then don't waste no more of your time.
yeah, because I just feel like if he's gonna be wasting my time, I deserve better.
You do. And if you've been holding him down and he ain't been appreciating it, then you do deserve better. You deserve a nigga who appreciates the way you held him down. So, and if that's the case, leave that nigga.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
You ain't going nowhere.
You ain't going nowhere. We can hear it in your voice. You ain't going nowhere. But
No,
I'm
listening to you, but I also wanna ask y'all something too. I heard y'all on this, but I wanna ask y'all something. Y'all was talking about somebody because I had missed last week. y'all was talking about somebody, you know, vagina, whatever, having so much dicks. Don't your vagina supposed to be like gripping your dick? So it's like it doesn't matter how many times you fuck the same person. Don't your vagina supposed to be fit for that dick size?
What?
Oh,
What?
yo, bye.
All right.
Look, hold on, Rich.
Go ahead.
Angie Sassy, you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
I want to tell you something. Because you said so much stuff. You were all over the place. But you said even now he's telling you he's ready, but you keep catching him in lies. He says he's out getting money. You don't believe him. He don't come in on time. All of this stuff. Here's what I will tell you. I don't care how much you in love with this dude. Trust your instincts. Trust what he's showing you. If you know that his words are different than his actions, if he's still lying to you after 5 years, even though he's saying he's ready, he probably ain't ready. He probably, and I think that's where your frustration's coming in. It ain't all the stuff you telling us that, yo, now that he's ready, I'm tired. No, now that he's telling you he's ready, the nigga's still showing you he's not. He's still a liar. He's still using you. So I'm not telling you to leave him or not. Here's what I am telling you. And we say this all the time. You women, y'all's intuition is second to none. It's actually frightening. It's scary. Y'all know when a nigga ain't doing what he's supposed to be doing. So I don't care how much this man tell you, I'm ready. If you feeling like everything he's showing you is the same that he's been showing you for the last 5 years, it's time for you to move on. And that's just the long and the short of it. So I think that your frustration is really stemming from you're tired. And even though he's telling you he's ready, you know he's lying, which is making you even more pissed off.
Yeah, because
I'm sticking around.
it's creating me into somebody that I'm not.
Well, then take yourself out the situation. Because I got news for you. If you don't remove yourself from the situation, he gonna keep doing to you everything he's been doing. It's the same thing we say every week. A man will not do one thing to you that you don't allow. That is a fact. So he knows what he can get away with. He knows that you're gonna yell, you're gonna scream, you're gonna curse. He knows all that. But he also knows that he's gonna be bending you over and giving you back shots at the end of the night. And you're gonna take it. And you're gonna cry and this, that, and the third, but you are 100% gonna give him the box again. I'm telling you, remove yourself because he's never gonna remove himself. He know what he got. That's the best way I can tell you.
That's what I needed to hear because that's what I was feeling. And then when I feel like somebody's taking me out of the character, they're making me feel like I'm not myself no more. Like I'm over here yelling at you, talking shit to you all the time, and it's like I'm not like that. You feel me? I'm a grown woman. You know I got my times when I could sit down and talk to him and have a conversation and tell him how to feel. I don't need to get out of character and call you out of your name and all this just to prove anything. So that's why I was saying he was getting me out of character. Like that's not me.
Stop giving a nigga the box, Angie.
Exactly. We out of here. You've been on here for way too long, Angie. Later.
Thank you for adding me.
All right.
You be good, girl. Good luck with it.
All right.
Shout to Hartford.
Aquarius Rennie. Rennie good. Rennie good. Rennie good declined. Okay, Rennie good. Bye. Portia Barrett. Portia Barrett? I think Portia Barrett. Portia Barrett.
Hi.
Hi, Portia Barrett. How are you? Where you calling from?
Oh, did you just call my real name out loud? It's mistaken.
That's your tag name, Portia Barrett, right?
Yeah, that's my real name. But anyway, so I wanted to talk about
Where you calling from?
Jersey.
What's up, Portia?
I've been on your live before.
Okay, we forgot. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's cool. But I just wanted to talk about the Larsa part of.
Go ahead.
Okay, so having sex with a man 4 times a day, that is like beating the box out. It's just outrageous. I don't know why she would say that, doing that with Mommy did it. No, mommy didn't do it. I don't know why she would say that, period. It's just disgusting. It's gross. The other side of that is, sometimes if you are in a certain part of your life, you want to have sex more than you regularly have sex. But I think that is kind of gross. And then second of all, I had all this stuff planned to say to y'all, but I'm concentrating more on the Larsa.
Okay, I got a question for you. What have you been drinking?
Oh, some. See, there go my friend. Wine.
Hold on, get your friend on here. Like I need to know.
Hey, come on, look. Come
what
on,
you sipping on?
They want you. Close the door. I sip Sauvignon.
What up, Rich?
What you got her drinking?
No, he don't got me drinking nothing.
Nah, she's independent.
I'm a grown ass woman.
She independent over here.
I drink my own stuff. I pay for it, all that. My thing was about the Larsa thing, where y'all were offended about the guy, the son fucking all that. So I'm offended by the shit too. Like, girl, why are you fucking your husband's best friend's okay, you don't know.
Other.
Yeah.
So
okay, you don't know. He don't know what we talking about. He just got here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just put him into what we talking about real quick. So they talking about Scotty wife fucking
got it.
Jordan's son.
Yo. So
How
I'm gonna
you
let
feel?
y'all catch up.
Yeah.
Nah,
And
we gonna catch up right now.
No, y'all gonna catch up. No, you're not gonna catch up right now.
No, I'm done. I'm done catching up. But the bottle is. Do you see a bottle in my hand?
Yo, see you next week.
Yep.
All right.
All right, Joe.
Later.
Welcome back, Sean.
Okay.
I guess it's a good thing that niggas be having to ripple when they, you know what I'm saying? Yerelis Mendoza. Yerelis Mendoza. Okay. Trixie Ann.
Yo, did you see Honey's lips? Like her lips were.
Yo.
Yo. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, who we got here?
Hi, I'm Rachel from Philly.
What's up, Rachel from Philly? How are you?
I'm good.
Good.
I actually got to let you know I'm on a fake Instagram page because I don't want anybody to know that I was talking, because I'm about to talk about somebody who's on my Instagram.
Okay.
But so I was seeing a guy for a couple months. It started back in November, and he was actually smitten for over a year, but didn't get in touch with me until November of last year. And so his situation is he has a baby mom. They were never married. They had a baby. I got the feeling that she had stepped out on him, and, you know, I guess he let her go. And shortly after he let her go, she got married, had a baby. All right. So, you know, Sean was saying to trust your intuition, and that's what I was doing throughout the couple of weeks that we were talking. So he's not at good terms with her husband at all. He doesn't respect them at all. And I can understand why, you know, because he caught her fooling around, and I think that was the guy that she was fooling around with. So he recently purchased a house, moved into it and stuff like that. Again, their relationship's a bit rocky. They have a 5-year-old. He doesn't cooperate with the husband at all, doesn't talk to him. So I find out a couple weeks ago that he had invited her over. Well, he said that she barged into his house because they were trying to do some project for his daughter at school and whatnot. And there's so many other factors, but I'm letting you know, short story. And I kind of got really upset. And the only reason why is because I don't think her husband knows that she's still, I don't know how to put it, like interacting with him in a way like where they're doing stuff behind his back, not letting him know anything. So she went to his house, blah, blah, blah. And I said to him, I said, you know, I kind of like cut it off at that point because I felt as though, you know, here's a man, you don't respect her husband. She obviously cheated on you with him, you know, got married, had a baby. And for her to go into your house and you know, and barge in or whatever, and you not be like, yo, you know, I don't talk to your husband. Me and him are not cool. You know, why do you have her in your house? Why do you have, you know, this woman who's done this? Well, she did it so the person that she married, she actually cheated on him with this guy that I was talking to, and then cheated on this guy and went back to him and married him. Okay. It's a whole world we're in the shit. So I felt as though like that was very disrespectful for her to do in the course of, and I don't even think her husband knows that she had stepped foot into her baby daddy's house to do this project for their daughter or whatever, which I respect. I get what he's trying to do. You know, he's trying to do right by his kid, but at the same time, I mean, what are you teaching your kid by allowing, I don't know, am I in the wrong to say, like, I think it's disrespectful to her husband? One, he doesn't know that she was in there. And two, the person who I was dating has nothing to do with her husband. Nothing. Like, doesn't respect him, doesn't talk to him. Well, you don't respect or talk to him because you feel some type of way that she left you for him. You know what I mean? So I want to know, like, did I do the right? I know I did the right thing because there's just values for me. But he was like so taken back, and he's like, you know, it was a turnoff for him, I guess, that I felt as though, you know, if she did it to you, and I don't know what's going on with you guys, you say it's like you don't talk like that and stuff, but that's shady to me. That's shady to me for her to walk into your house. You know, you don't respect her husband at all. You know, what kind of morals are you showing your kid is what I'm trying to wrap my head around. So I cut the whole thing off because I was like, I can't deal with it. I mean, I could be wrong. I could be totally wrong. I don't know if it's just.
Sean, help.
What does that mean?
Okay. Your name is Rachel?
Yes.
And you're coming from where again?
Philly.
Okay, Rachel. We get that coming on this show is a little nerve-wracking. Putting your business on live, people are in the comments, so we get it. I think I followed you. I do. I know, Rich, I was listening intently.
Wow.
All
You're
right,
good.
so I'm going to try to give the shortest version back. You tell me if I got it or if I'm off anywhere, right? You were dating a guy who was married.
He wasn't married to her at all. They were
Okay.
just dating, and she got
Okay.
pregnant, had his baby.
Okay.
Sorry.
They weren't married, but they have a child together. She cheated on him with another man. You believe that that is the man who she went on to marry, but it's not confirmed.
No, she is married to him. She's married
I
to
know,
him.
but you think that that's the one that she cheated on your man with, but it's not confirmed that her new husband is the guy that she was cheating with.
The only
It doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter.
Okay.
She was cheating on him, and now she's married to a new man, right?
The reason why I think it was him was because initially when she got with the guy that I was dating, she got with him
Rachel,
when she was with her. Yes.
Rachel, this is not even important to the story. Okay, so let's try to speed this up a little bit. So your boyfriend, your ex-boyfriend now, went and bought a house. Then his baby mother comes and she barges her way in to do a project with him in regards to their child.
Right.
Are we on the same page?
Yes.
Now,
But there's like so much other things involved, but it's a short story. Go ahead. Yeah.
Sure.
No, it's actually a very long story. You have said multiple times that he doesn't respect her new husband, so you don't know why he would allow her in, yada yada yada, blah blah blah. Right?
Okay.
Is that accurate?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's the part I'm going to start there.
Okay.
You don't give a F if he cares about the new husband. This has nothing like you. What do you care if he get? I listened to every word you said. What do you care if he gets along with her new husband and let his ex in the house? This is about him letting his ex in the house and you being pissed about it.
Well, he had a picture of him and her like weeks before that, and I should have known that as a red flag.
Okay, who cares? So I just want to exclude the husband from this because you made it so much about the husband, and we know it's not about the husband. It's about your man. It's about your man letting his ex in the house. Can we just go there so that we can?
He still wants to be with her. Is the thing. He still wants to be with her. He
Okay.
does.
Can we, Miss?
Yeah, Miss. I like it.
Is it okay for us to take her husband out of the mix?
Yes.
Because you spent 15 minutes on this about her husband. It ain't got nothing to do with her husband. It got to do with your man and his ex, right? Like, can we at least agree on that?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Because we can't get nowhere if we don't get to the freaking nucleus of the atom.
I agree.
So with that being said, how many times did he let his ex in the house?
I mean, he just bought the house. It's been like 3-4 weeks. Once.
How many times did he let his ex in the house?
One time that I know about.
So based on one time that you know about, one time.
Well, there was other things. There was other things leading up to that made me think.
Then you
that
should have told us in your first 15 minutes. But now you got we can't go back down this rabbit hole.
It was like that was like the last thing that happened to that was the last thing that happened that made me go, okay, maybe this is maybe he does want to try to work something out with her, because there was things along the way that made me feel like he's still hoping that she might leave him and come back to him, because I think he's deeply hurt. So I thought maybe because, you know, I think I'm a great catch. I do have insecurities, but I felt like maybe I wasn't able to get him out of the rut of thinking that that she may leave her husband and go back to him, because I had that feeling over.
Did he ever give you an indication with his
there was multiple
words? Hold on, with his words, not his actions, with his words that he was waiting for her to leave her husband and come back to him?
No.
Okay. So let's just call this what it
Tell me.
is. Based on one time with this woman that you know of entering a house that he just got, sent you over the edge with a couple of little things that you sprinkle in there. Maybe this situation is not good for you and you did the right thing leaving, but I think this has more to do with you and your insecurities than him and what he has shown you, because nothing you have told me, and maybe when I'm done, Rich can jump in, but there is nothing that you told me.
I can tell by his face what he's thinking.
Okay, there's nothing that you have said that have, and there's probably a lot more to the story, but unfortunately, you spent a lot of time on other stuff. But based on what you were saying, maybe you should express to him up front, I have an issue with you allowing your ex in the house and I'm not present. Or you should ask him, was that a project that you guys could have done outside of the home? Any of these different things, instead of being so in your head and immediately feeling that the first chance that he got to get back with his ex, he took it behind your back. Me listening to this, and I'm impartial, it doesn't feel that that's what happened based on what you're telling us. But you're very insecure, and maybe you are just not ready for this situation.
And I agree. I mean, I don't disagree. I didn't disagree walking away from it because it did make me feel some type of way. And then, and for me, it clicked.
If you walked away from it, you don't have to tell us it made you feel this type of way. It's known. You probably blacked out. But I'm just telling you, I don't know if he wants his ex back or not. I don't know if anything happened in that house or not, but I do think it is extreme. I'll say that. I think it's extreme that based on one occasion of that girl. Oh, and for that matter, let me ask you a question that I should have asked you. How did you find out she was in the house?
Well, so we had been talking all week, and that Saturday I hadn't heard from him all day.
Take the short version. How did you find out?
I asked him what he was doing, and he quickly texted me and said, "I'm here with my daughter and her mother." Okay.
This is more on you than it's on him. I'm telling you. I
respect that. The reason why I came on here to ask is because I was willing to get this version. I'm not trying to sit here and sugarcoat it. I can completely take accountability that I have an insecurity about it. I wanted to see someone else's perspective who knew nothing about the situation. That's all.
Rich, I don't know if you want to jump in, but this sounds like it's more on you, Rachel, than it is your man. Okay. And you probably overreacted. Okay. But maybe you did the best, because I don't think you can handle a situation where somebody is tied to their ex through a child. And what I mean by that is when somebody has a child with another person, they're handcuffed to that person.
I was married. I have a child with another. I get it.
Okay, so, but go ahead, Rich. I don't want to take up any more time.
No, you said it all. I just think, Rachel, you reaching right now, and I think it's like Sean said, it's more about you than it is about them. Okay. Because if he told you he was there and he got a kid with this woman and all the extracurricular other wife and other man and all that other stuff doesn't even matter. You're upset because that man is in that house with that woman and you feel like you being slighted. That's the bottom line.
Well, I mean, there was a couple things leading up to that, but I totally respect.
No, we're not leading up to that.
I mean, if you had
all of that
picture, if you went into somebody's house,
made you feel okay. All those things made you.
He had a picture of him and his baby mama hugging each other on his table. You know,
Rachel,
I don't want to look at that.
Mama. That's his baby mama. That's his baby mama.
The kid wasn't in the picture. I mean, I guess.
You feel a way.
Yes, I
about
do.
That man having that woman in that house.
I do.
That's it.
Here.
So you need to either express that And
I am expressing that. I'm telling
No.
you.
You're expressing it to us. The question is, have you expressed it to him?
Yes,
That's
I literally, and honest to God, on my kid, I told him that I can't handle this. Like
okay.
it might be normal for you guys, but me as a person, I wish I
No,
could.
Rachel, you do more talking than listening. So please, if you're looking for honest feedback, you got to listen a little bit. When we're saying did you express it to him, it's not did you express why you're leaving. I can't handle this, so I'm getting the hell out. It's like meaning. Oh, God, go ahead, Rachel. Go ahead, Rachel. Go ahead.
No, this is it, Rachel. If you can't handle it, and he's moving the way you, and it's taking you out of your character and making you in a position to where you feel like you're defenseless and helpless, then you got to remove yourself from that situation. He's not going to do anything different than what he's already doing. If you're talking to him and you're expressing it to him and he doesn't understand how you feel, then you got to remove yourself from that situation. Like,
but here's the deal, Rich. Here's the deal.
I did because I knew I couldn't handle it, so I walked away.
See, this is, I'm talking to Rich, so I don't even want you in this part, Rachel. Richie, what she's not saying, if Sean F's up, right? If I'm in the same situation as her, I would want my girl to come to me and tell me, yo, look, you had your baby mother in here. I don't know what's going on with y'all, this, that, and the third, but I am deeply bothered by this. And I don't know that I can handle this. So I understand y'all got a kid together, but can you please, if y'all got anything to do, don't do it in the house. And if you got to do it in the house, I want to be there because I don't understand this relationship. I know that you say you're over her. I know she says she's over you and she got a husband now, but it bothers me. It doesn't sound like Rachel expressed those pain points. She expressed why she's out. I can't handle this, but she did not express the pain points and give him a chance to act accordingly moving forward. And that is why I would say, you know what? If you can't even get past step one, you really do need to be out. But if I'm with somebody, I don't know what bothers you like that. And truth be told, what I think is innocent to you might be something that keeps you up all night or has you in your head for the next 2 weeks. But I just thought it was innocent. I'm trying to keep peace with my baby mother. I don't want her to put me on child support. Right now, I ain't on child support. I'm trying to make sure I'm good. But to me, it's innocent. So that's the only thing I'm saying. But Rachel.
I got you, Sean. I got you.
Rachel, go get you some good D and pay that nigga back.
Thank you, guys.
All right, Rach.
Thank you.
Yo, talk to him, Rachel. Seriously. Like talk to him without flying off the handle or talking about I'm gonna be out. That nigga probably got blindsided by you. Real talk.
I think you're right. I think he did. I think when initially it was such an overreaction. Yeah. That's why. Yeah.
Thank you. We can finally get some honesty out of Rachel. You
all right, Trixie.
Thank you.
All right,
later.
That damn Rachel, boy.
Yeah.
All right.
But the thing is, yo, why are you bringing somebody else in? You understand she took 15 minutes talking about the new husband and her man don't even like the new husband. What that nigga got to do with the story?
Yo, whatchamacallit is going out?
What? Oh my god, I'm actually in there. I'm so sorry. Just gone broke.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You don't.
I'm so sorry.
We'll get you next week.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, mama. At least she was honest.
Can you hear me? Or is my sound messed up?
Miss Davis, no, it's messed up. Speak now.
Yes, 1, 2.
Okay.
Dang, so that just went off like that?
What happened?
I had it on my speaker and it just went off. Let me get my headphones. Give me a second.
We hear you.
Okay. How am I sounding?
You sound distant,
Test.
Sean.
Test 1, 2. Test 1, 2.
We can hear you. You just sound distant.
I don't know.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Do you want me to log off and log back on?
No.
No. So, how y'all doing, by the way? I'm calling from Jersey, too.
What part of Jersey?
Hi. Oh, God, do I gotta say that?
Nah, you don't have to.
Yeah, because I'm not. No. I ain't from Jersey. I'm from Philly, but I live in Jersey. I work out here.
All right, so sorry. What's up?
What's up, y'all? So, I just want to say, before I ask y'all a question, Rich, you are funny as hell. Some of the stuff you be saying, men age gracefully. I was laughing my ass off at that one. You mean slowly and unmaturely at times, but besides all that, which I was talking about earlier today, that y'all be having so many people on and make you lose train of thought as well. So, my bad, Rich. Excuse me. But anyway, you done had people on here talking for 2 hours and talking about La La Gaga and all that bullshit. But why did you say that y'all age gracefully? That's just bothering me so much. Like, how do you feel like the way you sugarcoat men in your conversations week after week after week and bashing women, it just comes to bother me a little bit. Like, when are you going to talk about the good women? Where the good women that you talk about, the ones that's out here that's loyal, that, you know, do hold a good nigga down too as well. Do y'all appreciate those? Where are those at? Stop bashing us women. I mean, I ain't none of them, but I feel for them. But damn.
First of all, let's take it back to the original comment, because you just clearly here to talk because you ain't do no listening today. I said that men,
I was listening, I promise.
No, you wasn't. I said that men age with, they don't, I did not say nothing about men age gracefully. What I said was men have less of an issue with aging than women. Men age, women are harder on themselves than men are on women.
Okay, that's true. But how do men age gracefully? And you did say gracefully. Those were your exact words.
Premise of the conversation.
Okay, well, we are hard on ourselves
than men are on women. So when men are aging, they're aging to the point where they are more accepting to the fact that, yo, I'm getting old. Yo, I got a little gray.
They accept their aging. Okay. I can hear that.
On the other hand, which was the premise, take it a lot harder. They don't want to age because women tend to compare themselves to their younger selves. So,
or because men compare them to younger women.
Well, then you talking to the wrong niggas.
How is that so? When you were sitting here talking about, you know, men who, you know, look at women for their looks and how women, you know, we don't date guys for what they look like a lot of times. We're looking for, what you say, money, you know, jewelry and all this kind of stuff.
No. Don't lie on me. Looks is
These are the words
one of the things. Looks is one of the things that women cherish. Women cherish looks. So don't ask. I did not say nothing about women don't care about.
Let's just talk about me then, because I don't feel like I'm in any of those categories, because I don't cherish a man but what they look like and what they have.
What you cherish a man for them?
How they treat me, their charisma, their characteristics about themselves, and how they treat women. All right, so let me. How am I a liar?
You're a liar.
I got an ex-husband who is 60 years old, and he's an ex because the drugs took over his life. But the type of man that I look forward to, how I would want to be treated, I'm going to give you an example of who is Ricky Smiley or maybe Steve Harvey, but he ugly. But Ricky Smiley, yes,
You
knows
just
how to
said
treat a
ugly.
woman.
How you just said ugly. So
Well,
you just
his looks aren't, he's not appealing to me. Ricky Smiley is. And some people might think Ricky Smiley ugly as hell. Yes, that's just my example. Don't be trying to come for me. But yes, that's my example. Ricky Smiley.
Okay, so
what can you say? You just blinking.
What's your point? I'm blinking because
My point is, yes, why you men aren't talking about those things, those good characteristics about women and what you really want out of a woman instead of bashing us all the time. I just hear that
bashing women.
You know, bashing.
When did I bash women? Give me an example.
Not bashing. Okay, I'm not gonna say bashing. Let me take that back. I apologize. Not bashing.
You mean speaking the truth that you don't want to hear?
That I don't want to hear. Maybe some other women don't want to hear, but the truth, your truth is not the truth for me. So maybe that's right. I don't want to hear it because it's not true to me. So what I'm saying is talk about women more like on my caliber, where we are loyal, where we do respect men, where we do the right thing. Where's that conversation at?
We talk about you all the time.
Okay. Well, I just never heard it.
Well, you don't listen.
Not every week. I'm sorry. I can admit, not every week. But most of the time when I'm on here, yes, it just sounds like you be talking down about women. Matter of fact, let's put it this way. Not that you be talking down, just you, period, sound like you've been through so much shit in relationships that you haven't had a good one. You, Rich. Yes, you. Can you talk about a good relationship that you've had?
All right. Sean, you want to pause this conversation or this is you good? All right.
Sean is a grown man. I kind of know his perspective already, but you? Oh, no, I'm not bashing you. You are a grown man, but the things that you talk about just sound like you've never been in a good relationship or even know how to pick them. Right.
Okay. All right. So first of all, when having conversation and giving advice, oftentimes it's better to do it in the first person. That's one. Two, when we're talking about experiences, we are very rarely talking about any specific experience. We're talking in general. So if we're talking about women and good men finishing last and bad guys finishing first and all the things that go along with that, then that's usually a conversation, and in disseminating information is better to disseminate in the first person. Does that make sense? Because I don't understand. Like I don't have bad relationships, so I don't know where you draw your conclusion or where you draw your.
Just the stuff you talk about. That's all. Just the stuff you be saying. It sounds like you've been through it, and I can't relate a lot of times. So that means I haven't been through it. And a lot of times when you're talking in first person, yes, you should be talking in experience of first person. And a lot of times that's what you can and only can do.
Just because.
So all I'm saying is that, Rich, it sounds like you go through a lot of stuff because when you speak, yes, you are speaking in first person, which is experience. You, my man. Yes, you.
You got a name?
Sean, you want to tag in?
Do you have
as to what you think I'm? No, I do not. I'm very single and happy.
Why don't you have a name?
Because the last one was trash.
And why was the last one trash? What made him trash?
Well, because he was still thinking about, look, we're not, okay. He was still thinking with his head down there instead of mature and thinking about his head up here for his head down there. So yes, to me, when you're not mature enough, you're still thinking about with this head first, and that head should not be the one that's on your shoulders that you should be thinking with. So yeah, he was young still and immature, and I knew that because of my past relationships that I've been in. So
what were your past relationships that you were in?
I've been married. I'm divorced now, but due
to divorced,
drug use.
You're gonna sit here and you're gonna talk to me about my relationships and my experiences when I'm talking to you.
Everybody's been through something. I I did not say I was perfect or had perfect relationships, hon. I was just talking about you. Just like I would be talking about me if I was on your show. My experience.
You can out-talk me if you want to, and you can not listen if you want to, but I'm going to speak my piece because I just hit you with the show and prayers right now. You came on here vainglorious as hell, talking about all this shit about women and men and the good women out there, but yet
nope.
In the
I was
next
talking
breath,
about you.
You have not
don't
told
say,
me a successful
Don't say I was
that
talking
you
about
did.
women and men because you was the one that wanted to generalize
You
everything.
have not told me
no,
a successful
I
situation
said
that you've
you
been in.
rich.
Why did
I'm trying. You cut me off because you wanted to be talking over me.
Why did you? Because you're still talking and I can't fit.
So can I?
Why did you get divorced?
You ready?
Yep.
Are you ready?
Yep.
Okay. Why did I get a divorce? Once again,
can't answer a question with a question. My mama always told me when motherfuckers repeat the questions because they don't know what to say and they thinking of something.
And I know your mama taught you better because your mama's a good woman. You need to hush your mouth and let a woman talk.
Always told me when motherfuckers start talking about stuff, it's because they thinking of something to say. Why did you get divorced?
I'm thinking of nothing to say. I'm about to let you know. And let me explain how I would explain. I'll let you explain how you want to explain things, so allow me to.
And
because you wanted to talk over me. Let me tell you something.
You still ain't said it.
It's drug use. What else you want me to say? I wanted to explain, but you ain't let me. You want a one word answer? There it is. Or you want me to explain? Can I explain? I smoke weed, baby, but I still take care of me.
So you was in the last relationship the nigga thought with his dick.
Yes, but before him was my husband. Yes.
And he was on drugs.
And the drugs took over his life, yes.
So maybe you should listen to me and you would be able to find a nigga who wasn't dependent and didn't think
Hold
it
on,
was
are
dick.
you in a relationship? Can you sit here and say that to me? I should listen to you. Are you in a trustworthy, loyal, down for whatever relationship right now? Are you rich? Are you?
Yeah.
Are you in a relationship right now?
Yeah.
Man, stop lying.
So now
you
what?
lying.
So now everything you said is out the window, out the shebang. You just
no.
So you just
now
been on here just
you
talking,
lying. Now you lying. Really, you should be getting advice from me because I've been in a successful relationship, married and divorced. Have you ever been married? No. Have you been divorced? Obviously not.
Where we? We got 30 more minutes, and as much as what's your name again, young lady?
You call me Mrs. Davis. Or Miss Davis. I'm sorry. Not Mrs.
Davis.
Anymore.
As
Miss Davis.
entertaining as this was, I do want to get other callers in tonight. Is that okay?
You're absolutely right. Yes, please go ahead and do. I love the comment in the comment section anyway. We be off the hook, don't we, guys? We be having our own little comments going on.
Miss Davis.
Shout out.
Miss Davis.
I sound crazy. That's because a bitch is.
Oh my God.
Miss Davis, can I just say this
yes.
before we let you go? Because you're reading the comments and Sean hates when you read it. I think you want me to give you some pipe.
I don't need that either.
Keep it 100. Keep it a buck. Keep it a buck. You here right now because you want Richie D to take you and knock the
All right, now you
dust.
be going too far, boy. Bye. You
want
too
me
much.
to knock the
You're
dust
too yellow for me.
off that box.
It would be more Sean than you, but he's a married man. I don't do that. Have a good night, guys.
Mm-hmm.
She got some nice eyes, though.
She wanted me to smash.
All right, let's get somebody else in. Rich, you a wild boy.
Kayla Simone. Kayla Simone.
Bro,
sis,
you killed me with the she wanted to smash. I don't know about all the other shit, but I wanted to come up here and appreciate the fuck out of y'all because I was up here like 6 months ago going through some fucked up shit with my relationship after going through another breakup on a Friday. And I sit here in retrospect and appreciate, like, Rich, my nigga. You was so roll with me. You kind of made me cry, like, just a little bit.
What's this? You remember this conversation, Sean? What were we talking about? Refresh your memory.
Where are you coming in from?
I'm coming in from New York. I'm in the bougie part, but I'm from the Bronx, but I had to get away, so.
So where you at now?
I'm in Rockland County.
Okay. So now, tell us about this conversation that we had with you previous.
So I was on my IG live acting like a little baby ass bitch for no reason when I'm a grown ass woman. I have my own shit and I do everything for myself. Like, nobody helps me with my bills. My daughter know nothing. And I really be out here struggling. And I internalize everything and hold myself down. I work for Apple as a technician, but they don't do shit for me. Different story. So when I spoke to y'all, I was telling you about how I was bent up over the relationship I was going through with the nigga that I was with, right? He from the Bronx. He lived with his crackhead grandmother and uncle. I live by myself.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody helps me with nothing. No nigga gives me money to get my nails done or my hair done. Like, no, nothing.
Okay.
I ask for affection and take the garbage out. If I ask a nigga to take the garbage out, it's not my garbage. All right, so when I suck your dick, that's not my dick to suck. Like, literally, like, I will never understand that. I got shit going on with my daughter with, like, custody shit and child support and so many different things and internships and trying to build and separating myself from the drama. Because when I had this conversation with y'all, I was not in a good place. I was so depressed. And your words, Sean and Richie, genuinely from the bottom of my heart, like, the shit that y'all said to me, it made me look at shit from a different perspective. And I don't know if you know who Dr. Joe Dispenza is, but, like, I read his books and they align with my spirituality. If you don't know who he is, he's a neuroscientist that speaks on, like, rebuilding neurons in your brain because you can restructure yourself, like, every 4 days. And I try to put my friends onto this, and my friends, they in Mount Vernon, they in Yonkers. I'm seeing niggas getting fucked up, laid out in, like, the street and the sidewalk at the same time. Niggas getting shot at, not giving a fuck about them getting shot at, but playing craps in the street, not worried about their back being turned after niggas were getting shot at.
Relationships. So
we took relationship shit. Okay,
we don't need. We're not gonna go into the hood today.
Okay.
Keep it relationships.
This nigga tried to hit me with his car on Friday. Yeah. And I'm the one that had
the same dude.
But mind you, Sean, I got out of a very abusive relationship where a nigga literally tried to strangle me to death, and I got herniated disc in my neck, literally. And that was in 2020, and I overcame that, and I rebuilt, and now
you been drinking? You been drinking?
A little bit.
You know what? I'm gonna say this one time for the peanut gallery. We love that y'all get a nice glass of wine and sit down and talk to me.
My first glass.
2.5 hours. But you cannot y'all cannot keep calling up this fucking chat and be intoxicated.
I'm not intoxicated.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
You're slurring.
This first glass. I promise you on my chat.
All right.
Okay.
I have a lot of fucked up trauma going on, like, the past week. And I'm so resilient and so strong that I'm not finna drop a tear, my nigga. On some real shit. So this one little cup, literally.
Okay, baby.
Rich,
Okay, you say you're not drunk. I believe you. You know better than I do. You say you good. So you good.
I promise you. Stress is a different motherfucker.
It is.
It really is. When you're your own support system and you're adopted and you don't got nobody to depend on and you're your only self, my nigga, yeah. So relationships, this nigga tried to run me over with his car on Friday. Why? I asked him to take out the garbage. What did he say? It's not his garbage. So when you're in my house, he don't got his own shit. He lives with his own individuals. If I suck your dick, is that my not dick to suck? Like the fuck? But you can't take out my garbage. If I cook for you and I make a home cooked meal, Thanksgiving, Christmas, anything, you don't pay rent here because you don't live here, but you spend the night here almost every single night because you take advantage of the fact that I have my own crib because I'm too nice. And I cut that the fuck off. I sure did. And what does the motherfucker do? As soon as they have an episode with their family members with the methadone and the other bullshit, it's a problem. But I've been homeless before. I slept in my car. I've been locked up. I've been in Valhalla for over 9 months. So I know how to have consideration and how to have open arms for a motherfucker when they're going through something. When my ex came out here
Okay, so I understand what you're saying, and I swear to God, I'll let you vent for the next 13 minutes if it's gonna make you feel good.
Not 13 minutes. I would never.
So what are we talking about right now, though? Like, okay, all right. So we'll see you next week.
No question, my nigga. Damn, that's fucked up. You got all these fucking broken relationships going on TV. You don't even have a question. Let's
You wanted me to ask you a question?
The last time I was on your live, you said something to me about the nigga that I was fucking with. But me sitting over here being the bitch that's doing everything for these niggas.
Can I say something? Can I say something?
Used to that.
Why is these motherfuckers mad at me?
I'm not mad at you, Rich. I just want to comment. The fuck? I want you
Can I say?
Because last time you were so adamant. Because when I told you when I was 16 and I was fucking with the nigga that did the shit that I'm talking to you about now, you were very vocal. And so I appreciate you're like not giving a fuck. I'm gonna be real with the shit, that New York shit. I appreciate it because I got a best friend with $1,700 for food stamps that can't put meat in my refrigerator. So one, I appreciate.
What is your name again? What is your name again?
Kayla Simone.
Kayla, how old are you?
33.
We have let you talk for the last 15 minutes, so I just need you to listen. Is that okay? You don't need a man right now.
I don't.
Listen to me. Listen to me. Because you're gonna agree with me, and then you're gonna deal with this guy again. But I do remember the last time you called in. I do remember the last time you called in, and I'm listening to you now, and I promise you, you need to work on you. You are going to be no good to anyone else, and no one's going to be good to you because you need time to work on you.
I did that, and I opened my LLC. And I'm trying to do what the fuck I can do for artists. And I separated myself from that individual. I promise you, I took the advice that you gave me.
No. You didn't. You talk about something else, Kayla. You need to work on you alone. Alone. Like with no man in your life. You like, please listen to me and please hear me. You don't need a man right now. You need someone that you can talk to. You need to heal because you clearly have been through trauma. And you need time to just look on the inside. And it may take time, but you can't do that with anybody else distracting you. And these men seem like they are a distraction.
It's not about the mental part. I heal off of helping other people build. You feel me? And this is why I opened up my business, because that's my healing. Like, I want to open up a creative gym for nothing but collaborative artists.
But you don't need a man to do that.
I don't need it has nothing to do with a man. Literally, that's just me.
You just said a man tried to run you over last week. You don't
talk about my business. Never even asked about it.
Huh?
Literally. Literally.
I don't know what
I was with for 2 years that I was trying to find a house with.
But what I'm telling you is, I think you need to be by yourself right now.
And I am. And I had the opportunity to have dick in my life today. And I do that because I knew I was not ready for that. Because I already know what the fuck I need for me. Literally.
But Kayla, listen to me, and I'm not saying this in a bad way. We literally have 10 more minutes, and I want to get somebody else in this call, if that's okay. But the best I can tell you, my heart hurts for you because it sounds like you going through something. Sometimes the best way to move forward is by taking a step backwards so that you can take that giant leap forward. Take a step back and get rid of whoever you're dealing with. Don't deal with no more men. Go to work on you. And then when you're ready, move forward with a man. But thank you for chiming in.
And thank you. I appreciate your input as always.
I hope everything works out for you, Kayla. Seriously.
And don't be coming on here trying to take jabs next time either, Kayla.
Shut up, Rich.
Oh, she said she was getting ready to say I want some box. We're gonna let one more person on?
Yeah. How's my sound now?
You're back.
Okay.
All right. We can do Noelle Ayani. Noella Ayani.
Hello.
Hello.
Long time. How are you guys?
Good. What's your name? Where you calling from?
You know her from the BX.
Oh shit, I ain't seen you. What's up, Noella? What's up?
I put on some weight. Don't judge me.
It's all good.
What's up? Yo, tonight, this live, you remember the Jackie Chan meme when he's like,
yes.
That was me the entire time. So like all of y'all out there, I pray for you. But I have a very simple question, and you know me, I'm quick, straight to the point, in and out. How long did it take each of you to establish a peaceful relationship with the mothers of your children after separating?
Sean?
That's almost not a fair question.
No, everybody works at a different pace. I'm just curious.
Yeah, everybody. That's too. You got to go somewhere else with it because it's not a fair question to ask.
Okay, what was your moment where it's like, I let all the bullshit go? You know what I'm saying? Like, was it an age for your child? Was it a moment like, you know what? I don't got no ill feelings towards her. Like, was it more of a time frame or was it like a moment?
I got an answer for you.
Listen.
It's when y'all put the baby first. It's when you put the
respect
baby
that.
first and not think about yourselves. It's when you not think about the shit that he did that pisses you off, even when y'all are broken up. Every thought of this nigga makes you mad. Every thought of this female makes you mad. Every time you think about the time he slept with such and such, it pisses you off. When y'all put all that shit aside and be like, yo, bygones is bygones. We are not together no more. I'm moving forward. You have moved forward, or you're moving forward, and I have moved forward. and it's all about the baby and the baby, putting the baby in the best position to be successful and feel love and not have to worry about mommy and daddy always being at each other's throats. When y'all come to that place is when y'all can co-parent the best of your abilities.
Okay. Have any of y'all got into like broken up before the child was even born?
Well, damn.
I'm just curious.
Why? You pregnant now?
Mm-hmm.
You pregnant?
Super pregnant.
And you and the baby daddy not together no more?
Mm.
No.
No. I mean, I
Didn't
don't
let-
hate him. I don't have no bad feelings towards him. I think he's a great person. At the end of the day, we're just not meant for each other. You know what I mean? I've chosen to forgive and let go. And I think like one of the hardest pills to swallow in life is forgiving somebody who's not sorry. You know what I'm saying? Like I forgive him for my inner peace, but I know he's not sorry.
You correct me if I'm wrong, and I remember you very well, but I'll be confused in this conversation. Didn't the last time you was on, you said you was in a situationship?
No.
Y'all were in a full-fledged, like this was your man?
We live together and everything, yeah.
Okay. Maybe you said you had situationships before, but maybe
Yes, I have had situationships in the past, and you know, once you reach a certain age, I don't know if it's like my midlife crisis, like I hit 30, you know what I'm saying, and I'm like, my tolerance for, you know, this, we talking, but I don't want you talking to nobody else, but we're having sex, but I'm free to have sex with whoever I want, and you're not. I'm too old for that. You know what I mean? So it's either we in a full blown relationship or we nothing. And that's just me.
So where are you and your baby daddy at, and your future baby daddy at now with your relationship? Like, is this something that y'all both wanted? Is this something, this baby is something that y'all both wanted?
No, this baby was a, you know, unexpected miracle. We experienced a loss last year that almost took my life, and you know, I was told that the possibility was very slim, and now we got a little boy coming in 2 weeks.
So
How did you feel?
Go ahead.
No,
What you say, Rick?
How does he feel?
I don't know. I haven't spoken to him in 2 weeks.
How did he feel 2 weeks ago? I mean, you've had a whole 9 months or 8.5 months now. Is he? Are y'all on the same page, or you feel like you're in this by yourself?
I mean, the door is open. You know what I'm saying?
Not enough.
So
I said, are y'all on the same page, or do you feel like you're in this by yourself?
All right. So I'm not gonna go off on a tangent, but I'm gonna keep it brief. Whenever I go into any, you know, pregnancy, regardless if I'm in a relationship or not, I always initially feel like I'm gonna go into it by myself, because at the end of the day, I can't unmother. You know what I'm saying? I can't be like, oh, I'm gonna be the dad and pop up every 2 weeks and send a child support payment. You know what I mean? Like I have the full physical, emotional, financial responsibility for a child with or without a partner present. So that's kind of where I stand. Like I already, prior to the breakup, I already had the mentality like if it goes south, I'm alone.
I heard you say somebody passed away. Is that what you said earlier? I couldn't catch that part of the conversation.
No, lost a baby last year.
Oh, you lost a baby. Okay, do you have any other children?
I do. I have a 7-year-old.
So you got a 7-year-old, and I'm assuming that this is a new baby father. So you'll have 2 baby daddies you're dealing with.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so I'm actually trying to piece things together. Like, what is your question in this? Like, ultimately, what are you calling in for?
So my question is like, do you feel like coming to peace with the parent of your children, like coming to peace with the parent of your child, if it comes with time or if it comes with individual maturity. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like I'm very ahead of my years. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I released, I let it all go. You know what I mean? Now the ball is in his court. You know what I'm saying?
Well, if this is ultimately what you're asking, I would, Rich was asking you something, you didn't really give him an answer, because I was trying to see if was it any hope for y'all getting back together, reconciliation, and
I'm open to it, but
okay,
I don't think so.
you don't think so?
I don't think so.
So I think it's all the above. If I'm just totally answering your question, part of it is maturity, but how long were you together with him, by the way?
Almost 2 years.
Almost 3 years? 2 years. Okay. I mean, a relationship, y'all's relationship is over, and it's like any other death, right? Like it's the death of your relationship, and in any death, there's a grieving period. Because this is loss. So to answer your question very specifically, you said, is it maturity and is it time? It's both, because if you lose somebody physically, you got to go through a grieving period, and the only thing that heals that is time. So yes, it's time, but it's also maturity, and it goes back to what Rich said. The maturity revolves around, this has to be about the baby. If I'm not going to be together with this man, no matter what he did, no matter why we broke up, I have to rise above my ill feelings toward him, because the most important thing now is the health and well-being of our child. And hopefully he can come to the same place. But truth of the matter is, the maturity revolves around putting y'all's child first. And if y'all can both do that, it don't matter what type of scumbag, dirtbag this man is, he can go and screw 50,000 chicks out there. That's their problem. It's no longer your problem, so long as he is a good provider and father figure to your child.
Now, where do you?
So,
sorry to interrupt you, but where do you draw the line at being the bigger person? You know?
See, I don't know. You didn't give us enough about. I don't know if this man cheated on you. I don't know if he beat you up. Like I don't know.
None of that. I mean, long story short, we're just not compatible anymore. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna go on a public platform and defame him. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, this is my son's father. So I'm not gonna get into too much detail, but there was, disrespect and irreparable damage done that it's like I had to let go for me, and vice versa. We were not good together anymore. So with that being said, it's kind of like I'm in a difficult like space. You know what I mean?
So again, what is your question here? What?
My question is that a lot of people eat shit when it comes to their children for the sake of peace. You know what I'm saying? Like men would do whatever they want for their baby mamas just so they don't get put on child support, just so they can have access to their children. I'm not that kind of baby mama. You know what I mean? So, but for the sake of not being called that baby mama, you tolerate a lot of bullshit. You know what I'm saying? For the sake of, like you permit someone who doesn't fully respect you or your rules or your boundaries to have access to your child simply because that's their father. You know what I'm saying? You have someone that's inconsistent, that's treating you good one day and treating you with some type of way another day. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, where do you draw the line and put the foot down? It's like, no, you can't treat me this way, but ¿cómo te digo? I'm sorry. You draw the line where, like, okay, you have access to your child, but I'm not gonna tolerate X, Y, and Z.
All right,
Like,
so let's move. You can do that from the beginning. You can establish boundaries without. You can establish there's boundaries in co-parenting, right? Like, it doesn't have to be a full-fledged relationship. It doesn't have to be enemies. It doesn't have to be love. There's something in the middle that's called parenting, co-parenting. You can establish those boundaries in co-parenting. You already seem like you're a good person. I don't know you personally, but you come on here, you're short, you're concise, you're articulate. I'm sure if you wanted to express how you feel to your man, you can do that. Like, yo, at this point in time, it's not about me and your relationship anymore. It's about this baby we got coming in 2 weeks. We need to co-parent. So with that being said, I need you to respect the boundaries and the co-parenting rules that we establish. And you have to let them know. You have to put them on notice that this is what it is, and this is what I expect from you as a parent, and this is what you should expect from me as a parent. And y'all have a relationship, and y'all don't have to be enemies. Y'all don't have to be best friends. You just have to be there for the child. That's it. This nigga could fuck 100 chicks, and it should not matter to you. This dude could do whatever he want to do, and it should not matter to you as long as he's good to that child. You could have a nigga, and he's not supposed to care. He's not. Y'all are not together no more, and you have to now live your life. He has to live his life. As long as y'all two separate lives don't hurt the baby or jeopardize the happiness of that baby, then neither one of y'all should be worried about the next one. You shouldn't be caring about what that man doing. As long as he comes to see his baby and do what he's supposed to do, y'all should be best of friends. And as your baby father, you might even have a better relationship with him than the new women that he meets. Because y'all have that bond. It doesn't mean that y'all are supposed to be cheating and sleeping together and fucking off every other week and in and out of relationships.
Nah,
that ain't healthy for you, and it ain't healthy for him.
None of that. No. Once the access to me is denied, like, you will never get, like, y'all seen Borat where he's like, you will never get this, like, that's me. Like, once it's done, like, you will never put your hands in the cookie jar again. But that's me.
You remind me, Rich, and I don't know the woman's name. She calls in from Harlem. Really nice woman, short hair, glasses.
Yes.
And she called in with a very similar question about 3-4 weeks ago. Here's the deal, because I think we're probably attacking this different than we should. And I think now I understand what you're saying. You don't have to have any communication, any relationship, anything with this man
Beyond the child.
Beyond the child. The boundaries are, we speak about the child and nothing more. Up until, because people get sucked into, it starts speaking about the child, and then, you go on to 3-4 different topics, and before you know it, now this person's cursing you out, you cursing them out, you ain't seeing your child, this, that, and the third. But in your head, going into this situation, if he can't get back in your life that way, and you are mentally strong enough to cut it, then you need to start to establish only text messages that get through are child related. The only time that I want to see you is to hand the child off to you, or you're handing that child back off to me. I'm not going to deny you your child, but we don't have a relationship. You are just somebody I used to know. When it starts going left, and it probably will, he probably will say something slick on a text, or he'll call. If the phone calls turn into arguments, then the boundaries become there's no more phone calls. It's only text. If the texts start to become something else, then now you deal with your mother, and I'll deal with her. And I'll tell her when you can, I'll drop it off at your mother's house and she can come pick it up. But as long as the boundaries remain the boundaries, no matter who he is, what he's out there doing, it should not go any further than y'all's child. And that's easier said than done. So I know it's not a easy thing to do, but if you are 100% sure that when I'm done with a nigga, I'm done, then maybe you're better prepared for this than most women and most men for that matter. But to what Rich was saying, set your boundaries now and work within them, and that is it. Nothing more, nothing less. It can only go as far as you allow it. If this nigga sends you 50 texts calling you all types of names, this, that, and the third, it only is a problem is if you're responding back to those 50 texts. It takes two to tangle. A nigga can't fight by himself. So he'll get tired and he'll start to understand she will not participate with me on anything other than my child. And after a while, you'll see him start to get it together, guaranteed. And like I said, if he doesn't, I deal with your mother. If that don't work, I'm going to court, and we can drop the kid off at the precinct, and then you could bring the kid back to the precinct. You know how I go. You from the BX. So the boundaries, establish them now, but hopefully you can because you really don't have to have communication with this man if you don't want to.
No. I mean, at the end of the day, like today, I sent him 4 words: 6 pounds, in position, healthy. That's it. And a picture of the sonogram I took today. And I kept it pushing. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm like the door is open. I'm like, here's the opportunity. You know what I'm saying? The ball is in your court. The door is open as long as you walk in respectfully. That's my thing. As long as you walk in respectfully, the door is open. And I feel like that, like moving forward, I should apply that to every type of relationship, friendship, business partnership, work relationship in my life. It's like the door is open as long as you walk in respectfully.
Amen.
Amen.
True.
All right, mama.
But it's almost 10:15. It's always a pleasure.
You know I like talking to you because I'd have cut you off a long time ago. So just know that.
Hit me in the DM. I got
Nah,
time. I'm
man.
unemployed.
Come back on next week, man. And come back on once the baby born. How about that?
Okay, definitely.
Good luck with your baby.
But we here now, so you might as well close it out with us.
Yeah, exactly. Stay on with us.
Okay.
It's been real. Another Wednesday night. Almost 3 hours. We've been here for almost 3 hours, so we missed you. But you know what it is. Next week, Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. Same bad time, same bad channel. Sean, y'all got the last word.
Just real quick, this episode will be up tomorrow on all of your favorite streaming platforms: Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube Music, so forth and so on. It will also be on YouTube. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Our YouTube channel is the official boys club. Just type in Rich Dollar Sean Prez, it'll come right up. But more importantly, if you love our conversations, we have literally a year and a half worth of content up on that channel. So for all of y'all who are just catching up with us, if y'all want to go back and, you know, laugh, cry, learn a little bit, be educated on a little bit, anything coming from the mind of a man, check it out on our YouTube channel. And Noelia, you got the last word, girl. Take us out of here.
Thank you, everyone, for all your well wishes. I see it in the comments. Monique, thank you for that. It was very nice of you. Until next time, you already know, every Wednesday at 7:30, tune in to the Boys Club. Good night.
All right, Noella. Thank you, baby.
Good job, girl.